It's a brand new day and you decide that you want to write the story that has been on your mind for a while. But the question comes up of when are you going to find the time to write? And in this video, we're going to talk about writing routines. So please hit that subscribe button for more writing content on this channel. Before we get to the actual routine of writing, we have to understand what is a writing routine. And we got to break this down with an actual routine. A routine is something that you do consistently for a period of time. It's like waking up, getting dressed, and going about your day. Add writing to the routine. You got a writing routine. Is that you are having this routine consistently to write. So you're finding that time in your day to write. But how can I find that perfect time to include writing in your daily routine? Well, to answer that question, first of all, you got to look at your daily schedule of how your day runs. And for a lot of us, we have a job to do. And it takes a big chunk of our day. So, finding that time to write is not necessarily easy. But what you can do is to have a written schedule of when you're available or when you're not. And also, I'll have a writing schedule template in the description below so you can actually print it out and adjust it to however you please. And knowing what your schedule has is very important because you know how your day is structured, you know everything that takes place, and you could find that open spot whenever you have some downtime for yourself, and maybe you can sneak that writing time into there, and it can work in your favor. After adjusting your schedule and finding the perfect time to write, the next step is to actually dedicate yourself to that writing routine. So, at the start, you want to find that time that you actually have some flexibility. And with that flexibility, you actually want to sit down and I'm not going to just say go into writing right away because sometimes we need a little bit of time before we just jump right into it. And with a writing routine, it's perfect to have some things along your writing time that you can do during that amount of period of time. So you can spend the first 10 to 15 minutes warming up, like just having writing prompts to get yourself in the writing mood and to open your mind to words that you want to write for your story and that you're actually ready for it. Or you can also have your mind meditating with some music, or like you get your last minute scroll before you had to write. Whatever you need to do before you start writing with the pencil or type it on the computer. And your writing routine does not have to be like, okay, like let's get into this right away. And depending on the type of writer you are, you could have certain expectations with your routine. So let's say you want to do this every single day. I'm going to sit down at my desk from 7 to 9 p.m. to write. So that's great. You're building that consistency. But one thing I want to tell you is don't force yourself into writing something because you're going to burn yourself out. And if you need that day off, definitely take the day off, or as long as you need in order to regroup yourself and get back into the writing routine. Or you could put an expectation of a certain word count that you want to meet by the end of the routine. So you could say, okay, I am going to write 1,000 words by the end of the day. And, depending on the person, like, and the writing speed, that that could work for them. It might not, but set realistic goals that you can meet. And even if you had to say, okay, maybe I might not be able to write 1,000 words in a day, but maybe in a week I can write 1,000 words. As long as you build that productivity within your routine and stay consistent with it, you will meet those um, word count goals. And this can even be what time you can be like, okay, I'm going to write an hour every day, or maybe 2 hours like every 2 days or so, or maybe have like, okay, I'm going to write 10 hours each week. And having that consistency is so important. And why I say the consistency is to have that muscle memory for writing, and it becomes a habit as well. So, yes, the consistency is very important, especially if you want to continue writing more than just a hobby. If you want to actually do this as a passion, you really want to be consistent with writing. And if you feel for some reason that you're not in the writing mood, like, at least be there in the writer's desk or having your writing with you could be enough all by itself. Because I'll say, thinking about it, it's worth something. At least you have an idea of what you want to put on the paper. And even for writer's block, uh, like, yes, writer's block is going to try to get in your way, and like it can come early on or when you're building momentum. And yeah, it can strike at any time. Something to definitely be prepared for. And you want to write through writer's block, keep that consistency going, even when you're not writing the main story that you want to work on. Because I can tell you firsthand, uh, my 2023, 2024, I was in writer's block a lot, and I wasn't writing the main story that I want to tell. However, what kept me into the routine, I kept on writing different stories so I could keep that consistency. My love for writing would expand exponentially, and also that that motivates you into finishing stories. And writing stories that are not the main story, like, you can actually finish, like, or not finish, but like make more progress in your writing, and you'll see what you are doing in your craft and what you need to improve it. Like, the smaller stories you can see more objectively, because you're just writing it to n- not only for funsies, but also to, like I said before, get that muscle memory, that you have that consistency with writing and have a good routine with it. And when you get back to your main story, you can catch early on, like, okay, this is what I need to look out for, or I need to keep in mind as I am writing. And I have writing schedule templates down below in the description for you to customize your schedule when you're available, when you're not, and to have fun with the writing routine. Because the writing routine is up to you, is what you make of it. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.